the yellow and the red circle match. So
You're talking about a freestyle wrestling. Theirs is very strict. So whatever they have, it's strict. Same thing here. If you're at a national or if you're at a continental or a world championship, those are full-size wrestling events. Those are official wrestling events. Colors doesn't matter too much, but the size is very important. Because you have your safety area, you have to have this right size. Medical service, you don't have to go over the medical service. That's not interpretation. Section 4, the matches, duration of the match. You should know what those are. Okay? If you're organizing or you're in, let's say you're doing this competition the day after tomorrow is novice, schoolboy, cadet, junior, and veterans. You should know the numbers of the time of the matches. If it's a senior level match, you should know that it's 5 minutes. If it's not, it should be 4 minutes. You should know that as a referee, because if you have that competition and you look up and you see 5 minutes on the clock, I say, hey, whoa, go over there, say, come back down to 4 minutes. Right? If you don't know the rules, then you're making a mistake. Okay? So you should know the rules in terms of the time for matches. Okay? The only thing that's different, again, is when you start doing the younger, the cadets, or not the cadets, the schoolboy, schoolgirl, the veterans, it's 4 minutes. Okay? When you have the cadet, junior, and the senior level are the better guys, that's 5 minutes. Okay, I'm on page 8, starting the matches. Okay, there's no interpretation. The grapplers are called by the announcer. They get called 3 times. At the table, you set the clock for 1 minute in between. At the 3rd time, then you give them 2 minutes to get to the match. Okay? Once you call them, and they don't show up, and the 3rd call, you set the clock at the table for 2 minutes. If they don't show up after 2 minutes, they're disqualified. If they're running up and the 2 minutes is just about over and they're running to the table, it's okay. Right? If you see them running for some reason, or they're coming to the mat and the 2 minutes is up, don't raise the guy's hand. Okay? You have to make sure that everybody gets a fair. If they're not around, they're disqualified. You raise the guy's hand, you let him go. Once he's gone, it's over. If the other competitor comes back after 5 minutes and says, hey, I didn't hear it, or I was in the bathroom, it's too bad. Okay. Unless there's a really, really, really good reason, the head referee is the only person that can change that. Not the organizer, not any of the referees. The head referee has to make that decision himself.
So because his absence, for whatever reason, he is not around, and the 2 minutes is over, does it amount to disqualification or just hoping for this guy?
Disqualification is the same thing. Right? It's a win. The other person can still compete.
Yes, that's
Yeah, they're not disqualified out of the tournament. They're just disqualified for that match. They come to the mat and they have the wrong color shirt. Their rash guard red and red. When you look at a bracket and you see competitor number 1, competitor number 2, the top person is always red. The second person is always blue. The scoreboard will show you the same thing. So as a referee, you have to look up at the scoreboard and make sure that they got the right colors. If they don't have the right colors, you look at him, go change your color, or her. You tell the table, set the clock for 2 minutes. Okay. in all my time, I've never seen anybody not come back after 2 minutes. Again, you want them to compete. Okay? Somebody's got a red shirt or a blue shirt. So you're just giving them that chance to go out. All right, now the interpretation starts a little bit more. Start and restart positions. Out of bounds. Okay. You have to be this comes from judgment. You have to be a good referee to know that if they're competing and they're over here and they step out of bounds and they come back inside, you don't have to blow the whistle. If they both step out of bounds, you blow the whistle, you bring them back in, you tell them, hey, stay inside the circle. Okay? There's no caution, there's no points or anything like that. Now, if the action starts on the mat, and I'm driving and I'm going for a takedown and we go off the mat, if the action starts inside the mat and finishes outside, you need to let them finish. Okay? Just because I'm in here and maybe I have a leg and I'm going to take him down and we go out of bounds and I take him down out of bounds, you let the action continue because you don't know if that person's going to hold that position for 3 seconds. If they hold it for 3 seconds, it's points. Okay? You can't just stop them when they go out of bounds. So you have to know that interpretation of not just stopping the match. Okay? The same thing that's on the mat. If I'm in somebody's guard and I'm working to get out and there's the circle, right? And this is, let's just say this is the end of the circle. This is the safety area. And I'm working and my foot is in and I'm still working on something. Once I'm completely out of the circle, you can stop the match. If somebody's hand or head touches outside on the floor, you stop the match. When you're refereeing, you always have to remember the last position scored. Okay? So if I'm on top and I'm in his guard and we start rolling and he comes on top and I roll him past because it wasn't 3 seconds and we go out of bounds. What was the last position scored? Right? You bring them back in and you come back in here. So I'm going to give you an example. If I'm in side mount and I scored points per side, okay? And we start moving and we start scrambling and I mount and we roll out, right? I didn't get the points for the mount. What was the last position scored? Side mount, right? So when you're refereeing, you always constantly have to say to yourself, blue side. You know, just know the last position. Now, they scramble, no points, they go out of bounds, and you're thinking, oh, shoot, what was that last point that I scored? And you're not 100% sure. You stop the match, you go to the table, and the table will tell you, side, full, open guard, closed guard. They'll tell you what it is, what the last position is, and then you restart those positions from what it is. You don't have to be all upset because you don't remember, but you should know. And then you go to the table. I'm sorry, I forgot the stops.
This one is important.
Yes.
Should not miss it.
If you feel that there's something that I'm going through and that needs to be stopped, stop me. Okay, don't wait till I'm done. Say, hey, well, let's turn this.
तो यहाँ पे जो रिस्टार्ट पोजीशन जो आएगा, जो आउट ऑफ बाउंड्स का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है, वो कितने लोगों को क्लियर भी है आउट ऑफ बाउंड्स के बारे में? बाकी लोगों को क्लियर है आउट ऑफ बाउंड्स? ठीक है। तो आउट ऑफ बाउंड्स क्या हो जाता है, जो ये बड़ा सर्किल जो होता है, तो बड़ा सर्किल के बाहर बॉडी चला गया और कितना तक चला गया, वो एक रूल है। और क्या करते करते चला गया, वो दूसरा पार्ट ऑफ द इंटरप्रिटेशन। एक है कि यहाँ से टेक्निक चालू हुआ, आपने बाहर जाके गिरा है। ओके, अभी क्या हो गया, वो बाहर जाके गिरे, तो टेक्निक अंदर चालू हुआ मगर वो बाहर जाके गिरे। ये हम अलाउ करेंगे नहीं कि नहीं करेंगे, अलाउ करेंगे क्योंकि ये प्रॉपर टेक्निक अंदर से चालू हुआ था और उसको ये पूरा अपने अपना स्कोर लेने के लिए मगर कहाँ तक लेके जाएंगे कि वहाँ पे फ्लोर ना आ जाए, स्टेडियम में हो जाए, वहाँ तक भागते गए ओवर टेक्निक तो होता ही है, ठीक है, मगर वो हम अलाउ करेंगे। दूसरा चीज़ जो है कि यहाँ पे जो भी दूसरा पढ़ क्या था सर निकल गया, हाथ निकल गया, पैर अगर निकल गया कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, जाते रहो। कभी कभी होता है गार्ड से भी चलते हैं, ठीक है।
मैट से नीचे ये ध्यान रखना कि वो मैट से नीचे सर निकल गया, मैट से नीचे को स्टॉप करेंगे।
अभी सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम क्या हो जाता है रेफरी के हिसाब से, एक तो है रूल्स, दूसरा है रेफरी का प्रॉब्लम क्या हो जाता है, जो अंदर रहता है वो प्रेशर में रहता है, सब ऐसा करता है, बहुत सारा पोजीशन देखते देखते वो भी जैसे हम लोग तो थोड़ा थोड़ा नहीं रहा है, ठीक है, वहाँ पर भी कभी कभी हो जाता है, वो हाथ सूख जाता है और निकल गया। अब मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा है कि लास्ट पोजीशन क्या था, लास्ट पोजीशन जो भी है उसको रिस्टार्ट में लाना पड़ेगा। अब उसको गार्ड से चालू करेंगे, इस साइड से चालू करेंगे, याद नहीं है, माउंट से चालू करेंगे, याद नहीं है। नंबर 2 सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम जो हो जाता है, अगर वो पोजीशन याद भी है कि टॉप पोजीशन किसका था, ये बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है स्पेशली जूनियर रेफरी जो है लोगों के लिए, तो वो भी याद रखना है। तो इसका 2 टेक्निक है, एक तो है खुद कैसे याद रखेंगे और अगर याद खुद भी नहीं रख सके तो हम कैसे कंसल्ट कर सकते हैं और डायरेक्ट डिसीजन दे सकते हैं। तो सर ने जो बताया एक छोटा सा टेक्निक, अच्छा टेक्निक है कि जब चल रहा है तो हम खाली मैच में देखें, तो हम बोलेंगे कि भाई ब्लू साइड है, ब्लू साइड, ब्लू साइड, ब्लू साइड, ब्लू टॉप, ब्लू टॉप, ब्लू टॉप, ब्लू बैक, ब्लू गार्ड, टॉप के ब्लू बैक, ये हम दिमाग के अंदर चलाते रहेंगे कंटिन्यूअसली। हम अपने दिमाग को इतना
रिकॉर्डर बना लेंगे,
पूरा रिकॉर्डिंग बना लेते हैं और बताते रहेंगे कंटिन्यूअसली, वर्बली इनसाइड बताते रहेंगे। तो उसमें क्या हो जाएगा, हम भी जिंदा रहेंगे और वो भी लास्ट मोमेंट में जो हो गया तो हमको याद रहेगा भाई मैं मन ही मन क्या बोल रहा था, शायद मेरा आँख भूल जाए मगर मेरा दिल से जो चल रहा था मेरे दिमाग के अंदर, ऐसा ना हो कि हम दिखे। अगर उसके बावजूद भी हम कंफ्यूज हैं तो हम तो मैच से रुक गया है, तो बीच में बुलाया गया है, इसका पोजीशन उसको समझाने के पहले जो भी जजेस है वो तो सब बताएंगे कैसे क्या दिखाना पड़ता है। हम आएंगे टेबल जजेस के पास और उनसे पूछेंगे कि लास्ट पोजीशन क्या था पता है, वहाँ पे 3 आदमी बैठे हुए हैं, वो आपको हेल्प करेंगे, वो जो बताएंगे आपको इसका पोजीशन स्टार्ट।
एक चीज और बता दो,
The part that you explained, let's say this is the yellow part of the box, part of the mat, and this is where the mat ends. So the guys here, I'm doing the standing pass on the guard. So if one of my foot is on the out of the bounds part, I can still work on my pass and the referee is not going to stop, right? Right. And the objective of the referee is to continue the action. So until I get the pass, he can let me do it. Even if both of my feet go out of the bounds, is he stopping it or let me?
As long as he's inside.
Okay, if he's inside and I'm passing out of bounds, it's okay. It's okay. Yes.
When they're on the bottom, when somebody's in a down position, as long as a part of the body is in, it's okay. If all the body is out, then stop it and restart it.
What about the scenario where he's like floating in the air? Some guys like stick it to the guard. Yeah.
And you come out and you step out.
I'm not. Let me step out of the
No,
mat.
you step out of there.
Yeah.
And he's up out of the air.
Yeah, he's in the air, but
Then just stop it and start it.
started to roll again.
I have a little doubt. Like suppose this is the line, okay? This is the line.
I know it is.
And I'm here and he's working on me. Versus I'm here, with my head out, and he's working on me. So shall we call out of bounds this?
No, as long as somebody is inside the circle. Now if I turn and
He's
you're
outside.
outside and I'm outside, then stop it and restart it again.
But this is
Because you're trying, because remember, you're always trying to keep action.
Yes.
As long as if you keep stopping it like that, then you start over again. But remember, what was the last position? Open guard, half guard. Right now, if I'm trying to, like you saying, I'm trying to pass and I have both feet,
Yeah.
and we both go out.
Yeah.
So you just start over again and open guard. If I'm in half guard and we go out, we start in half guard.
And what if I like?
Let him explain.
गार्ड पास कर रहे हैं
इधर इधर आके जोर से बोलना
स्टैंडिंग गार्ड तो वो स्टैंडिंग गार्ड पास कर रहे हैं तो इस टाइम पे रिस्टार्ट पोजीशन क्या रहेगा
That's open guard.
ओपन गार्ड
अगर यहाँ पे क्लोज्ड है, ठीक है, हमने यहाँ
हाँ,
पे स्टैंडिंग हियर,
When you go out,
या
close guard.
क्लोज कर।
और इस पोजीशन से अगर वो बाहर जाते हैं और मेरा पैर क्लोज्ड है तो क्लोज गार्ड से चालू होगा
Now I'm going to do something very put a leg triangle.
Like inside some cargo,
Just a triangle. Triangle from close guard. So this is the line right here for out of bounds. This is the protection area. You want that to line. Okay. So now he's in a submission attempt. If he stands up and pushes him out like this to go out, he's trying to avoid a submission by going out of bounds, not by the proper technique. Okay? If you see this, you say stay in, and he still tries to come out, and then he pulls him out, disqualify.
Disqualified.
Disqualify.
Yes, he is
Out.
disqualified.
Clean.
He's not using the proper techniques to defend a leg triangle.
तो आप समझ लो कि वो प्रॉपर डिफेंस नहीं कर रहा है वो डिफेंसिव अटेम्प्ट लेने के टाइम पे वो घूम के वो आउट ऑफ बाउंड्स का रूल्स का जो है उसका फायदा लेना चालू करता है ट्रायंगल को
हाँ, टाइट कर बाहर जा बाहर खींच लीजिए
हाँ
इट मींस डिस्क्वालीफाई
डिस्क्वालीफाइड
Disqualified.
बट
He's not doing the proper technique to defend this.
But if he's just circling with the open palm, open hand,
He's got to stay inside the circle.
but he's like,
इनका कहने का मतलब है कि डिफेंस एक्यूरेट हो रहा है और सर बाहर चला गया इससे
if I'm defending like this,
वो
I'm trying to pressurize.
That's different, right? So now you're defending a triangle.
Right.
You're defending to get out. That's fine, right? Because you're using the proper technique. If you go out, let's say you go out, right? And you go out of it, and it was tight,
Yeah.
right? And he defended correctly, but then you guys went out of bounds.
But it's still
How
out
do
there.
how do you score it? You stop the match and you bring them back to the middle, right? What was the last position? It was open guard because he had a leg triangle, and
You will get 1 point.
you have to give him 1 point for the attack, submission. So you have to remember that,
यस
right? So it's 1 point attack for the submission, and then restart open guard.
For that, the referee, I feel, it's important for the referee to know what the defense is because he might disqualify the guy.
That was my talk at the beginning of the
Yes.
class. You should know you should know your sport.
Because if like that's a proper defense, if he's doing that, going outside, while dragging me as well, that might be considered as a disqualification.
So you face the other way, turn around. So here's another proper technique that I see often. Okay, he sits to his butt, all the way. No, keep the leg triangle on. Triangle on. Sit to your butt and put your feet in his armpit. Okay? So I've seen this a couple times. Both feet sit on your butt. All the way on your butt. Both feet. One foot in armpit, the other foot in butt.
दूसरा भी
Yes, right here. And he's pulling, right? And maybe they scoot, he comes back up and he scoots and he comes back out of bounds like this and they go out of bounds. It's restart, right? 1 point for the attack and then restart. He's doing the proper technique and he just happened to come up. He comes up like that and they go out of bounds, right? And they're in that position right there. You stop it and you go back to the center. You give him the 1 point for the attack, even though he can submit them right here. They're completely out of bounds. Right? He sat up. They came out of bounds. They're in the protection
So
area.
now we shall not get the time to submit me.
No, not because right when he came out, you need to stop the match. Okay?
So what is the starting position from here?
He came out, so it's open guard again. Yes. Yeah, because you never gave him points for anything. But you got to give him 1 point for the attack.
Right now, it's like as long as he is inside the.
Oh, then you don't stop him.
Yeah, it's not right.
No.
It's
And what-
completely gone.
Right? And he's just sitting there like this. You count 1, 2, 3. What's the points? What position does the top guy have? Anybody?
No points.
He just swept you. You went, you were on the top and guard, right? He swept you to what position? Is this a full mount? Is this a side mount? Is this just mount?
It's a mount, but it's not a full mount because he has you are my arms.
Correct. So he gets the sweep, right? So you count 1, 2, 3, 2 sweep, and now he's choking you, and you're trying to defend, and then you go out of bounds. I'm going to give him the sweep and the attack from the attack number. And so you can explain that. And if you're not sure